What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef for Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To the new subscribers, thank you for joining. Hope you get something out of the content. Hope you love WNBA action. To my day ones, my long time subscribers, thank you for helping me continue to push this platform forward. Should Caitlin Clark shut it down for the season? That is the question. I say yes, and I'm going to just lay my case out real simple. I was thinking about it the last 2 days, and a movie came across my mind, and it was called The Meg. And really, it's us. The Meg is really about us, but it involves her. If you haven't seen the movie Meg, long story short, some people ain't got no business going into uncharted territory to see the deep ocean. They find a big ass shark. They run like hell back to the surface, and the shark goes through a hole that they opened, and the shark is in open waters, causing a terror. That's kind of what happened to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark went to a league that was in a bubble, just like they did in Meg. We all wanted to watch Caitlin Clark. We were all excited about her going to the league. Well, when we got there, we saw some shit that we didn't like. It was like, this is weird. So we tried to back out. And we opened up a hole. And we let all these sharks out onto the world. Now, the WNBA basically operates in a vacuum, in a bubble. They're in their own world. In their mind, what they see on social media makes them popular, makes them successful, makes them viewed, when in reality it's not. Caitlin Clark is basically she's just one of us, but she's in a damn boat and she's getting chased by a bunch of damn sharks. And the main reason why is because they waited until she got there and the tide was high, and they want to cash in. So just imagine 90% of the WNBA is basically a free agent. The only reason why they go at her so hard is because they're all trying to get a job next season. Because technically the league can wipe the entire league out and start over. They got Caitlin Clark locked up, Rickea Jackson locked up, Angel Reese, whether you like her or not, locked up, Cameron Brink, and this year's rookie class, and a few veterans. So they can basically weed out every shark and get rid of all the Megs at one time. We've already seen the fallout with Kelsey Mitchell's family, sending the posts, liking the posts, talking noise about her. That's not too far-fetched. I mean, if you go back to January, in January there was rumors about her not even signing back with Indiana. So she was on the fence then. You imagine she's only going to sign a she's only going to sign a 1-year deal. She's going to sign a supermax deal and get the most money she can get. So she's going to get upwards of 220, 209, somewhere around that range in salary. The only team that can give her that is the Fever. So if the Fever give it to her and she's not happy, they can trade her like T.U.S.S.L.E did with Dallas, and she got a supermax deal with Dallas. So she got her full contract that she was allowed to get with her service in the league, and they shipped her off to Phoenix for capital. That's probably what Kelsey Mitchell wanted to do. But you got to remember, she signed around January 30th, 31st, somewhere around that time. Right before they gave her supermax, Kelsey Plum was immediately traded around January 26th to the Los Angeles Sparks. T.U.S.S.L.E was signed by Phoenix. T.U.S.S.L.E was one of the targets that Indiana wanted. They also had to make a decision on Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler was she had made like $202,000 last season, so they had to let her walk. they chose Kelsey Mitchell to re-sign because the Sparks traded for Kelsey Plum. Jewel Lloyd went to the Aces in that 3-team trade. So her only option was to re-sign here. Re-sign with Indiana. She probably didn't want to re-sign with Indiana because she was coming off arguably her best season as a pro, even though that was aided largely by playing with Caitlin Clark. But we already know the women in this league are petty. So it's not surprising that you hear murmurs of her family. I'll tell you firsthand, she's been talking to her family. Her family knows everything that she hates about this team and certain players on this team. That's just life. Quick story. When I was in high school, I was a sophomore, and my freshman and sophomore year, we had a quarterback, big guy, ginormous. Ended up going to Tulsa University. He didn't play quarterback at Tulsa, but he played defensive end. When he got drafted into the NFL, he played for the Dolphins and he played for Tampa Bay for a couple seasons. When he would come back home, he would tell us all the crazy stuff that the players would do and how they lived and how they operated. So it's not out of the question for a professional athlete to go home and tell their relatives about players that they work with, co-workers. People do it every day in their daily walks of life. So that news, it doesn't surprise me. The surprising part is she's going to let it go on because she can't say anything. Because if she comes out and denies it, her family's going to kill her. They're going to eat her alive. And they're going to spill more beans. One of her relatives already deleted her Twitter account because she got exposed. So you wouldn't delete your account if it wasn't serious. So you can take that with a grain of salt. So really, Caitlin Clark, I've said it from the beginning, Caitlin Clark does not have any friends in this league. And that's the reason why she should just shut it down. Get healthy. Start over next year. There's only about 20 or so games left in this season. All you're going to do is keep coming back and re-aggravating that injury until you have to finally get it operated on. Just shut it down. And let the Sharks in the WNBA fight it out. You already put blood in the water and got your hand bit off when you did the t-shirt thing. They showed you what they were about in that time frame. Kelsey Plum let you know where you stood after that press conference with Sabrina Ionescu. So you already know that. You know when you get back, it's going to be contentious on the court. It's going to be a full-on onslaught. They're going to try to get you out of the game. They're going to try to take you out. Just sit out. Sit out. Let the ratings drop. Let the owners get the power over the players to get the league back in control and wipe all these Sharks out of this league. And the biggest Meg of them all, whichever one you want to determine is a Meg, whether it's DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, Brittany Griner, whichever person you want to call a Meg, let the league just wipe them out and not offer them employment. And it'll be done. And they can rebuild the league. You could come in next year. They'll bargain a contract that's fair and decent. Everybody will get a slight raise. I believe it's just going to be a slight raise with a few little perks. I don't think it's going to be nothing extravagant. There's not going to be a $1 million player. The lowest salary will not be $1 million. I know that's what they want. It'll be some decent raises with some other perks. And the league will give them maybe a revenue share that's on a stair step or with a incentive clause like they currently have that they don't talk about. They don't meet the incentives, but that's another topic for another video. But I just think she should just shut down. Let these Sharks consume themselves. You got Nneka Ogumwa body slamming players. You got Angel Reese going off. So the Sharks are all fighting for their next job, their next paycheck. Let them fight. You're good. Sit back and enjoy the show and heal up and get ready for 2026. But let me know what you think about Caitlin Clark starring in The Meg and your thoughts on whether she should hang it up for this season or try to go through rehab and try to make a run at the playoffs. Just let me know. Leave your comments below, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.